in my opinion, the biggest challenge in the Middle East, and especially in oil-producing country, is the subsidy. And it's not just a subsidy of energy, it's a subsidy for most commodity, but energy is the biggest thing. And actually, in some countries, the citizens, they don't pay for electricity and water. And as you know, water in our region, it's an energy issue. In the Gulf region, it's desalination, which mainly they get the fresh water from desalination. In other parts of the Middle East, it's water pumping. In Jordan, 16% of electricity, produced electricity, is used for water pumping. And subsidy is a major issue. Just to give you an example, NEPCO, the National Electrical Company in Jordan, who's in charge of the transportation of electricity, also it is a private sector, but 100% owned by the government, and they carry the burden of subsidy. In 2008, they were making money. Now they're, they are in the red by 5.5 billion JD, which is around 7 billion euro. And this is continue to increase, and all of that because of subsidy. In 2003, we took a decision as a cabinet to increase the prices of electricity, mainly for the high consumers, and usually they are the high-income portion of the Jordanian public and industry and banks and telecommunication. And it worked for 2 years, but this year, due to the fact that the prices of oil went down, there was a lot of resistance, mainly from politicians, parliament, not to increase the prices. And that was really bad, because you still have a problem. You have to pay for your past, bad decisions. And unfortunately, the government of Jordan just was forced into reducing the amount of increase from 15% into 7.5%. And I think this is the biggest mistake that has been done, because we should continue moving toward zero subsidies. And, we have developed a good system in Jordan where we know who actually deserve subsidies. But unfortunately, the most people who are benefiting from subsidy are the rich people who have large houses. They have big four-wheel cars, and a few €100 a month doesn't make any difference for them. But for the poor, even €5 makes a difference. So this is one of the biggest challenges for the region. Another challenge, in my opinion, is the nuclear issue. And I think the interest in nuclear in our region has nothing to do with, the need for energy, because some of the Gulf countries who have the largest reserve in the world are going into nuclear. It's an issue of a political scenario, and this is really, really bad. So there should be more awareness. We were just discussing a while ago, people don't know how bad the issue is in terms of decommissioning, in terms of accident. Whoever thought that an accident will happen in Japan? And everybody say it is the tsunami. In my problem, it is not the tsunami. It is a technical problem, and it was a failure in the equipment. And always you can have failures. They say a human mistake or tsunami, whatever it is a mistake, and it happened. And, if you had renewable energy, if you had destruction of hundreds of these power plants, and it will not affect as much as it did in Japan or in Russia. And even if it kills people or affects them, probably you have hundreds. In my opinion, what's happened in Russia, it affected millions, and it will continue affecting them for years to come. And I think the same thing in Japan. The area around the power plant in Japan is contaminated. The soil is contaminated. The underground is contaminated. The fish in the sea is contaminated. And this is a disaster. And sometimes I don't understand, I still don't understand, how some government, even in Europe or anywhere else in the world, is still thinking of nuclear power plant. This is a madness.